Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hi, Monica. Can you hear me okay? Hello. Yay. Hi, Sally. Hi, Carolina. So I've popped a couple of links in the description on YouTube and on Facebook. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. But Sally has kindly given us a discount code up until the 16th of April this year, and it gives you 10% discount across the store. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that. And yeah. Oh, great. I'm glad you can hear me. That's great. Thank you. I've sorted out my stream. Hopefully, yeah. Technical issues have been averted. So I hope everybody's okay. Oh, we've got a few viewers so far. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm just going to hang on for a minute or so, see if anybody else joins us. Yeah, I love the background too, one of Carolina's papers. So if you don't know already, I'm going to be making a shadow box or a box frame, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it different things. But it's going to be 5x7 in size. And I'm going to decorate it as an Easter project. So if you saw my post in the Arty share group, you would have seen that I am going to be using a 10 by 12 sheet of paper, which I've cut down already. That's the craft cardstock in the background there. But first of all, I'm going to go do a quick run through of the paper kit that you will get. Move my tea out of the way because I'm liable to spill it over. Yeah, this is the paper kit which is called Happy Easter, and it's available as a I don't think it's available as a physical kit, correct me if I'm wrong, Sally, but you can buy it as a download. I love shadow boxes as well, Monica. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining so far. That's great. I'll leave that code up on the screen, so if you want to make note of it, then you can. Thank you, Sally. It is available as both, so you can order it as a physical paper kit, and if digital crafting is your thing, then it's available as a download as well. So obviously that's the cover, and inside you get papers that are not just for Easter, they're for any type of crafting. So whether you want to make a birthday card, if you want to use it in your journals, whatever you want to do with the papers is entirely up to you. So you get that beautiful teal to start off with, and then you get a lovely sort of like a tone on tone muted sort of it's like a fawny colour, and then you get that lovely mustardy colour yellow. I love that one. And then there's a tone on tone spot, and in the background there is some scripty writing. that you can just see very faintly in the background. I think it's sort of ledger paper in the background, which is absolutely beautiful. You get a sort of a chevron pattern there as well, makes my eyes go a bit funny, that one, but I love it nonetheless. I love that one. I've already chopped that piece down, but you do get a lovely teal sort of wood grain pattern there, and that is going to be the background in my shadow box, that sheet. And then this one is sort of like a newspaper print and got splashes on it, and it looks very textured, that sheet, even though it is obviously smooth because I've printed it out, but it does look very textured, that one. You get a mustard sort of wood grain pattern there. Yeah, it was my first collection to play with as well, Monica. When I joined Relatively Thoughtful. That's God, that is that a year ago. Have I been with you a year, Sally? Blooming heck. And then you get this sort of teal and a muted sort of yellow triangle pattern on there. Love that one. And then you get these bird houses and bird nests, and you could actually fussy cut these bird houses out if you wish to, or use them as a background, entirely up to you. This is one of my favourite sheets in the collection. I love this grid pattern, and then you get this lovely, and this would make a beautiful insert for a card. God, I think me and Monica, it's been a year, has it, Monica? Brilliant. Wow, time flies when you're having lots of fun. Yeah, so like I said, you could use that as an insert in a card. That would be perfect with that little that image of those bunnies on the inside. Perfect. Again, with that one, I love the music notes in the background of this one, and it looks sort of like a birdhouse is sort of swinging in the clouds, with the lovely floral elements there. I love that one. And there's like drips of, I don't know, it could be drips of something down a window pane, I suppose. Yeah, love that one. Well, that one's upside down, excuse me. So you get the lovely eggs there. They always remind me of sort of like Fabergé eggs. But yeah, I love the colourways of this as well. Really pretty, because we've added a bit of purple in here as well from the collection. And then this one is a more darker image. Again, you could fussy cut these eggs if you wanted to. Oh, I've actually cut a little bit out of that. I've used it for something. Yeah, and then there's I think these are like I forget what these are called. Remind me what these are called. I forget what these are called. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. Some larger birdhouses here, again, perfect for fussy cutting or as a background, entirely up to you. And then there's a sort of fleur-de-lis or yeah, and then scriptive background, and then it looks like a bubble wrap kind of effect on there as well. Really like that one. And there's another triangle pattern there. Some I think that's French writing there. I'm not very good at French. Pussy willows. Thank you, Sally. Yes. You get some fussy cut elements, which I'll show you in a moment. And then there's this gorgeous wreath. I love wreaths. Wreaths are I think they are my crafting weakness. And then there's this lovely sort of a vintage feel to this as well, with the splats and the newspaper print there. And then we get on to the fussy cutting elements. So you get there are loads of sentiments for you to cut out. These bunnies are so adorable, and it almost reminds me of a watercolour wash, that kind of effect. And there's butterflies, the pussy willows are here, look, and there's a whole sheet of you for you to cut out if you wish to. There's some feathers, yeah, chicks, yeah, not just for Easter. I mean, you could use this all year round, really. And then you get, I think there's 2 sheets of foliage. So I've just printed one out. and they're so easy to cut out. I've used a combination of scissors and a craft knife to get into some of the more delicate areas. Look at the rainbow colour of eggs on there. Reminds me of mini eggs, you know, the chocolate mini eggs. And yeah, they're all speckled. They look absolutely glorious. I love these chaffinches and yellow tits and the chicks. Love those. And then lots more bunnies. Yeah, love those. And then more birdhouses, lots of sentiments, more birdhouses, eggs, bunnies. So you're not short of things to grab your scissors or craft knife, whichever, to yeah, get cutting. So I hope you like this collection as much as I do. I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely glorious. Right, so I'm going to crack on. I'm going to start making my shadow box. So I've got a piece of cardstock, like I said earlier, which is 10 inches by 12, and this will make a 5x7 shadow box. Yeah, so that's 10 and that's 12. Yeah, just making sure I had cut it down to the right size. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I have got a large scoreboard. You can do this on a small one. It makes life a bit more difficult if you want to score in one straight line kind of thing, but it can be done on a smaller scoreboard. So on each side of this paper, it's so easy to make and build. So on each side I'm going to score at 1/2 inch increments. So that's 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, 2, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, 1/2, 1, 1.5, 2, and then 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, 2. Now on these long sides, the 12-inch sides, I'm going to score at 2.5, but I'm just going down to the second score line, which is about here. Hopefully you can see. So I've just scored it down to the second score line there, and then the same at 9.5, and then flip it 180 degrees and do the same. So it's on the long side, down to 2.5, 2.5, and then 9.5, and again just down to that second score line. Hopefully you'll be able to see those score lines. Yeah. So this is going to be your good side. Just pop that back in there, and then grab some good scissors, and then on the long side I'm going to cut, on the short side I'm going to cut all the way up to that first score line. So I've cut right up to there. Yep. And then the same on that side. And then the same on the other short side, right up to that score line, meet that line, right up to there. Right, on the long sides, all I'm going to do is cut up to that second score line here, there, and then I'm going to turn my scissors diagonally to meet that first score line there, and then turn my paper again, and then you should end up with that kind of shape there. And then the same on this side. And up there. So you end up with a shape, funny shape that looks like that. So up to the second score line, turn your paper, cut diagonally, and then up to that cut line there. Hopefully that's making sense. Fingers crossed anyway. And then up to that line again, that second score line there. Turn your paper diagonally up to there, and then up to there. So that's what you should end up with, like so. I'll just get rid of those scraps. So this is the good side, and sorry, that's the back side. This is the good side, because these are going to fold over. So what I thought I would do is do a little bit of stamping, just to decorate the walls or the frame of the shadow box. Oops. So I'm just using a foliage stamp, and this will just add a nice little bit of detail, I suppose. Ooh. Like so. Can always add more if I want to a bit later on. So I'm just using a foliage stamp and some brown ink, and it's quite a dark brown ink. Until you actually put the box together, you never actually know how the stamping's going to turn out. Well, I don't anyway. I don't think that far ahead. Right. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining so far. I really appreciate it. I love doing a live because you get to chat with people and people get to see what you do. Yeah, in your craft rooms, what you get up to. Right. Let's turn that one that way. I think this is a Julie Hickey stamp. Yeah, it's one of the Julie Hickey stamps, this one. From a stamp set I've had for a while. Right, let's see how that goes. Can always add a little bit more. So turn it over onto the right side, and then you're going to fold and burnish your score lines. So I've got a bone folder here, and you want to crease these lines really well. And I'm using quite a thick cardstock. I think this craft is about a 250 or 280 GSM. Hopefully it won't crack, because I find craft card tends to crack easily when manipulating it. So I'm just making sure that these score lines are burnished really well. A live is fun to watch, I think. I know everybody leads busy lives, and it's so hard to try and catch people live these days because you know, time is precious, isn't it? But hopefully you'll be able to craft along with me If you've never made a shadow box before, I mean, you can get templates for them if you look on places like Pinterest and want to make a different size a shadow box. You can get free downloadable templates. I mean, this is well known how to make a shadow box. You can, if you've got a cutting machine, you can get SVGs that cut shadow boxes out, but I love to do it the old-fashioned way. And fingers crossed, I haven't done one for a while, so fingers crossed it'll turn out right. Oh dear. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, lives are really difficult to try and catch these days because, like I say, you're all busy, you're busy doing things. And yeah, right, there's a little bit of a added decoration and a way to hang it. I thought that I would add something. So I've got a couple of these hanging brads here that have got little, I've had these in my stash a while actually, but never used them, and they've got little hooks on them, but they are brads. So what I thought we'd do is just pinch those. They're tough little blighters as well. What I thought I'd do is put these through some holes, and then it's a way of hanging the shadow box. I'll try and make it amazing, ladies, I promise. But when, you know what it's like when you're doing a live, things can go wrong. It's not like you're doing it in your own craft room in your own time, and if it goes wrong you can just throw it away and start again. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I have done that right. Yeah, I think that might work out okay. So what I've done, like I said earlier, is I've cut some of that lovely teal coloured wood grain pattern, so I thought that would be a nice background. So I'm going to add, oh, I've cut that down, sorry, because the inside of the shadow box now measures 6, it measures 6 by 8. So I've cut this down to 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. So I've written the measurements on the inside just to remind me. And I'm just going to add some double-sided tape, not too much. And I'm also going to add some magic glue. Now, if you don't know already, Sally stocks magic glue in her store, and it's a really good glue. I'd never used it before until recently, but yes, I love it. So I'm going to add some liquid glue as well as the double-sided tape, just to give me some manoeuvrability, and also because I want to stick this paper down over the legs of those brads.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
So that's Alexa. Right, I'm going to have to pick it up and stick it over those brad legs to hide them legs. Ooh. Right, stick down. Doesn't like it because there's the added dimension of the legs. So I'm just holding that down a moment, let that glue stick. Right, that should be okay. Right, next thing I need to do is add some double-sided tape, and I am going to add it onto the right side. So just move that out of the way. And I'm going to add my tape along these score lines, this first line here. So I'm just reading the comment. Am I going too fast? Sorry if I'm going too fast. But you can always watch this video back at your leisure, pause it where you need to, if you need to stop. Right. So I'm on the right side of the shadow box now, and I am just adding a strong red liner tape. Strong tape or quick grab glue is your friend when building this kind of shadow box. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Right. Just adding that on there. Try not to take the tape over the score line so it bends well. And then on the wrong side, I've got some thinner red liner tape. I think this is about 1/8 of an inch. I'm just going to add some tape on that diagonal cut line there. Okay. And I'm going to do that on all 4 cut lines. Like so. Right, so I hope you've all got a drink. Are you drinking wine, coffee, tea, gin, scotch? I've got a cup of tea. That my husband has just made me, bless him. Right, when putting the sides together, I find it easier to do the short sides, not these funny looking sides first. These are the funny looking sides. I find it easier to do these ends first. So I'm just going to grab my poke tool, like so, take off that release paper, and then what I tend to do is fold it so you've got that edge that meets the score line there, and then you can flip it over like so and push that down, and then that will pop up and that gives you your first frame piece, I think we shall say. I'm quite pleased with how that stamping's turned out, actually. You're drinking cream soda from my wine glass. Oh, dead posh. Classy lady. Oh, I suppose it's quite early for you still, Nadine. So yeah, coffee. I tend to drink coffee in the morning, but go on to tea when it's nearly bedtime, because otherwise I'll be awake all night. Yeah, so same again, take off that release paper. push that down, grab that over. I didn't think it through with the brads. The brads are making it a bit difficult to, there we go. Want that paper to stick. I'm just going to put a bit more glue. See if I can get a bit of glue under there. Yeah. Coffee. I love coffee. I really do love coffee. Right, that's stuck down perfectly. Right, for these sides, what I tend to do is take off the release paper first, because these sides can be a bit tricky and it needs a little bit of manoeuvrability. So I've taken off the release paper of that side, but I'm going to turn it round because I found that this was the easiest way, and those brads are making life a bit difficult. And just tuck that under, and then make sure that they're really flush and push those pieces down there so it sticks flush together and you get that mitered corner on your box. Coffee is your second vice. Your first is paper. Perfect, Lineen. Love it. I like your style, girl. Yeah. So I just tend to hold that down just for a second. Let that tape grab, and that's your first part of your. Yeah. So far, so good. Don't speak too soon, Jane. You've still got another one to do. Right. Come off. Let's take that off there. How long have I been going? Half an hour? Oh, crying out loud. Right. So I've taken the release paper off. Oh, and that tape has stuck to my finger and come off. Let me just put another bit on. Right. Stuck to my desk now. Right, there we go. Right, turn it round like I said before. Right, we're going to line that up with that very first score line, flip it over, push them corners in, like so, push that corner in, like so, and that is your box frame. Woohoo! We did it! We did the box frame. It worked out well so far. Right, now the fun bit, we're going to decorate it. So like I said, well, these bits of release paper off the red liner tape drive me mad. Right, so I've already done some fussy cutting. I'm not going to sit here with a pair of scissors and fussy cut with you because you'll be bored to tears. So I've already fussy cut some of the larger bird houses, and I've put some foam tape on already. I've also attached some twine. This is just some white twine I've got in my stash, and so I've done 3. So what I thought we'd do is just do a little bit of playing around and decorating. So I've put double foam pads on some, and I've just put single foam pads on others, and I just thought that we would play around really and have a bit of fun. But I'm just going to heat up my there was another, sorry, bear with, there was another little trick I wanted to do as well. I've got some oh, what's it called, like finger wax here. So it's a gold finger wax, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the frame just to add a little bit of detail. Just a little bit of gold. I'm not sure you're going to be able to pick that up on the camera, but it is there, and it adds a little bit of it adds a lovely touch. And this is a Cadence one I'm using, white gold it's called. Yeah, it does look great, doesn't it? I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased. There we go. Just dabbing my finger in it, and I'm just using a real minimal amount of finger wax, and it's a really bright gold, this one, so when the light catches it, it reflects the light. It's lovely. I really do like it. Just going to put a little bit more on the inside there. So get your mediums out and use your mediums with these papers as well. Right, I'm going to add a little bit more wax to that palette, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Right, I just need a white for my finger. Right, there we go. So I'm not sure if you can pick up that gold on the frame. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of the light reflecting off it. Yeah, hopefully you can see it. Oh, you can see it, can you, Lenine? Thank you very much, darling. Yeah. Yeah, it just adds a little bit more interest. Okay. So, right, let's arrange these. I just need to heat up my glue gun. I'm just going to pop that back on there for my glue gun drips. And I just thought that we would add these, and I don't quite know how yet, but they fit perfectly. I printed this off at actual size, so the size of the birdhouses is the size that I wanted, which worked out perfectly. So yeah, I think they are going to work beautifully. Yeah, right. Let's stick those down, shall we? If I can get the release paper off one of these foam pads and try and get it central like that. And like, ooh, like that. And then, oh, these foam pads aren't playing ball. I think I'm going to put that one lower down like that. There. Looking good so far. And then I've got lots of those pussy willows and bunnies, and oh yeah, he will look lovely there. And then another one there. And then obviously we've got to have a happy Easter on there. And I've got chicks, and I've got eggs, and I've got, I think that's a chaffinch or a blue tit. What else have I got in here? Got all sorts. Oh, I've got loads of foliage and loads of pussy willows. So I thought I could perhaps decorate the frame with those. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. But first of all, what I want to do when my glue gun has heated up, I just need to put a blob of glue in there. And just grab my pokey tool, and I want to push that string into the glue and hold it. Hopefully I'm straight. Hopefully. Just get rid of that. Yeah. This glue gun's not the best. There we go. Just hold that into the glue until it sets. Oh, I'm glad you're liking it so far. Right. But I just thought it would make a really cute Easter project. And I don't make many Easter projects. I mean, I love to make Easter cards for my family, but actual Easter decor, I mean, we all make Christmas decor and whatnot, but actually to make Easter decor I don't do quite often. But so I thought this would make a lovely addition. Get rid of those. Right, that's those. I have pre-tied some bows out of the same twine, so I thought they would hide sort of the join at the top of the box. Like so. Like that. I don't think you can see the bows very well at the moment, but they are there. I just need to tilt. Oh, she's got glue strings everywhere. Like so. And then like so. Right, just let that glue set and get rid of the glue strings. And I've got glue everywhere. Crafting. Just going to trim those little tails. Like so, because they don't need to be quite so big. Oh, so cute. That one's a bit, is that one a bit skew whiffy? Oh well, they're swinging in the breeze. If they look a bit skew whiff, it's because they're swinging in the breeze. That's my excuse, and I'm gonna stick to it. Right, okay. Right, so let's add, I think we should just add oh, you know what I did find? I don't know whether this is going to work. I got some of this packaging. I had a delivery of some stuff the other day, and I just thought this packaging looks really cute. I'm just wondering if I can get this to work. Quite like this. Right. Come on, glue. Ow, that was hot. And that was hot. Oh, use your pokey tool, Jane. Don't use your fingers. Yeah, it's like shredded packaging that I got in my parcel the other day. I'm going to use that more often. Right. Yeah. Quite like that. Right. Let's stick a bunny on. What did I do with him? Oh, lovely. The only thing is, though, I think I need some more foam pads. So just trying to figure out the best way to go with this, because I can use hot glue there, but behind his ears I want more foam pads. I know, it saves it going in landfill, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that will work out really well. So I'm just going to put a bit of hot glue behind the bunny. And hopefully he will stick there. Yeah. He looks great there, doesn't he? I like him a lot. And then I've got, oh, let's put this one, I think, there. So I'm going to put some foam pads, where did I say? Behind that ear there. the release paper doesn't want to come off these foam pads, you know. It's a pain in the arse. No. There we go. I think that will work out really well. Bit of hot glue. There. There we go. That's better. Looking so cute so far. And then I've got a little chickadee. Where are my other... What have I done with my other foam pads? No idea. Because these ones are terrible. I've got glue strings everywhere. Right, I think that little chick is going to go lovely there. Yeah. It's peeling. It's not peeling the release paper off. Where's my other ones? One sec. Got some better foam tape here. I think a bit of foam there. There's nothing more frustrating than can't get the backing off your foam tape. So I've doubled it up as well so that he stands proud, sort of away from the house. Just going to pop a little bit of hot glue on there. So he stands there like so. Oh, see you later, Lineen. Thank you for joining me, my lovely. Right then, what else shall we put in? I think this little dicky bird. Yeah, I tend to use a set of tweezers, and it pulls off. If you stab it, it pulls off the release paper, but for some reason it won't with these. I've tried it already. It's not great. So I'm going to pop a little birdie on, because we can. And again, I am going to double up on the foam tape so that he stands proud. Like so. On the birdhouse. Oh, it's so cute. So I'm just getting rid of the glue strings. Right. Anything else? Oh, we were going to put some of these, weren't we? I know. Do you think these in the corners, I've got these gold sort of corner protectors. on there because that will tie in with the gold finger wax. So I think I'm going to put these on. If I can get me hot glue to play ball, it will be... Oh, it's gone off. So it timed me glue gun, it times out if you don't use it for a little while. So it's just perfect opportunity to have a slurp of tea. Yeah, I think they look great as well, Monica. I love these. They're great for your journals as well. So if you put them in the corners of your journal, so if you if you're into a lot of journaling and you've got heavy books with a lot of paint and whatnot in them, these corner protectors are, yeah, they're really great. I've got some silver ones as well, but because I was using gold finger wax, I thought that they would be perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to put some foliage in a minute. Just let this warm up. So I'm just going to use some hot glue to stick these on. Because I think they will look lovely. Whoop, don't lose them. Dun, 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 dun. Try and get them straight. Like so. It's no problem at all. Better late than never. Hope your dad's okay. Yeah, just push those on for a minute or two. I'll tidy up all the glue strings later. It's only trouble with using hot glue, isn't it? You get glue strings all over the place. Got glue everywhere, look. Glue strings. Oh, we love them. Not. Does anybody know of a glue gun where you don't get many glue strings? I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Yeah, it's the only thing I don't like about crafting. I don't like a lot of glue on my fingers, especially hot glue. Right, what do you think of those corners? Do they look all right? Yeah, hopefully. Right, right, some foliage. Let's get some foliage going on, because you can't have a project without right, I'm going to use magic glue for this. I'm not going to use hot glue. Right, I love these ones. I think I cut the I printed the foliage off. Did I mention this before? I printed the foliage off. It's slightly smaller. I think I printed it off at something like 60% or 75%, something like that, than the actual size, because I didn't want the leaves to be too big. And just as a side note, don't be afraid to shape your leaves. So I've got a pair of these tweezers here that you can pinch and shape the paper. I did shape some of the bunnies and sort of rounded them slightly. So you know, don't be afraid to do that with the paper. Right, what we got in here? Oh, I love that one. I love that one as well. I hope they're in bed now. Hope them children are in bed now. Oh, I'm glad you like the frame. Thank you. I do too. I think it looks pretty. Shall we have I don't want to hide the birdhouses too much. Let us hopefully tuck that one. Yeah, let's tuck that one under there. Yeah. Lovely. Right. I won't be too much longer, guys. Sorry for going over the hour. I was hoping it wouldn't take too long, but here we go. Yay. And then see if I can tuck that one behind the chickie. Da, 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 da. Right. My glue is everywhere. Right, with this remaining what do you call it, finger wax, I've just added a bit of water, see if I can reactivate it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to reactivate it. I might need a bit more. Let's do some splatters on it. No, I'm going to need a bit more. Let's grab some. Because it's a water-based finger wax, this one, you can mix it with water. There we go, there we go. We've got some splats going on now. When I have done, and this is all dry, when I get in from work tomorrow, I shall make some, I shall take some close-up shots so that you can see the finished project. Obviously I haven't used all of these elements at all. Oh, I did fussy cut a sentiment. I should have done that before the splats. I'm going to stick that on when the splattering has dried, and that shall go up there like that. So that would be my finished Easter project. And what I will also do is tie some more of that string between these two loops, and it would be like a hanging picture for Easter. Hope you like that, guys. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get to do another live at some point. I don't know when. Hopefully you can see the splats in there as well. But how easy is it to create something like that when you've got beautiful papers to work with? So take advantage of that 10% discount that Sally is so generously given us. The code is on the screen, so that's EGG10, and that'll give you 10% off, and that's store wide. So whatever you want to buy from Relatively Thoughtful, put in that code at checkout and you will get a 10% discount off your order. Yeah, thank you, guys. Oh, you're all so kind. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means the world. Oh, yeah, so I'll take some, like I say, I'll take some photos at some point, and hopefully when I finish work, I don't finish work till about 5:30 tomorrow evening, but I will try and get some photos done if it is still light. Yeah, thanks, guys, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care of each other. Bye for now. Hugs and kisses.